welcome back to my channel. Today back to Family Guy, the best of Joe Swanson. And yeah, before I get into this, I just want to say please hit the subscribe button, hit thumbs up, really helps support our channel. Also, check out my channel community wall. Over there I post my movie reactions. Let's check this out.
10 episodes where Joe Swanson from Family Guy was a psycho. Who remembers the episode where Joe got new legs? This classic episode kicks off with Peter, Joe, Quagmire, and Cleveland building a men's club in Peter's backyard, and everything seems fine until Bonnie starts feeling a bit left out because Joe can't dance with her. She's sweet about it, telling him it doesn't bother her, but later Joe overhears a phone call and it's all downhill from here.
Oh, it's okay. I'm used to not dancing. I mean, I knew what to expect after, Joe's accident, and I'm prepared to live the rest of my life this way.
Wow.
Poor Bonnie. She deserves so much better than me.
With Joe feeling like crap about his marriage, he decides to get a leg transplant. Yeah, because that's totally the solution.
Now, Mr. Swanson, through the magic of digital imaging, we'll select the legs most suited to your body from our inventory of donors.
Ew. What the fuck? Big Bird.
Hey, what about these?
Now I'll just pop in the how-to video and we'll get started.
What?
What?
Hi, I'm Jamie Farr, and you're about to perform leg surgery. First off, what's your name?
Dr. Hartman?
Great name, but I'm going to call you Pal.
No!
Okay.
At first, everything seems great. Joe's doing all the things he couldn't do before. Dancing with Bonnie, performing musical numbers, and showing off his karate skills. But then things take a turn. Joe starts to act like a complete douchebag.
Yeah, Dave Matthews live. I'll burn you a copy. Stay cool.
Hey, Joe, what you got there?
Mountain bike. I realized over the last few days, the only reason I hung out with you guys is that I was crippled and you were lazy. I decided it's time I got some friends more suited to my status.
Wow.
Come on, dudes, let's go exercise! Exercise!
I'm gonna do sit-ups till I crap myself.
Believe it or not, it gets worse. Joe doesn't just abandon his friends. He decides to leave his entire family.
Keep the kid.
What?
Joe, what the hell? You leaving Bonnie?
Out of my way, Peter. Me and my new friends are gonna go surf gliding and try to somehow work a mountain bike in there.
Now, Peter's pissed, and honestly, can you blame him? Lois suggests they find a new friend, but Peter decides on a different solution.
Peter, we gotta do something.
You're right, Cleveland. We gotta re-cripple Joe.
What?
My new awesome friends!
We're gonna break your legs, Joe.
It's for your own good.
Come on, guys, get him!
You get your asses whooped. Jesus. God
Peter,
damn.
Cleveland, and Quagmire clearly cannot stop Joe, but can Bonnie?
Bonnie,
Oh, of course
what
you
the
could.
hell? Put my gun down.
Not until I have my husband back.
Damn.
Joe, I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible shot.
For God's sakes, just give
Ow.
me a gun. I'll do it myself.
And just like that, Joe's back in his wheelchair, apologizing for being an absolute jerk. But let's be real, Joe was a total douchebag this entire episode, all because he could walk now? Come on, Joe. At least we know who you really are, man. Or do we?
Right.
The episode, He's Black, starts off with Cleveland returning to Quahog after the Cleveland show gets canceled.
Hey guys, can I share something with you?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. That got me off guard. Did you really just say that?
Quahog. Who you really are, man. Or do we? The
Watch
episode,
this.
He's Black, starts off with Cleveland returning to Quahog after the Cleveland show gets canceled.
Hey guys, can I share something with you?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, last night, Bonnie and I got really kinky. She painted my toenails. Check it out.
What the hell is that?
Nail polish.
Not a foot. It's a child's foot, Joe. What? You were crippled when you were an adult. How the hell?
I mean, it still works the same.
Oh, yeah, sure. Still a foot, I guess.
What's up?
He moves back into his old house, and Peter and Joe help him clean up and fix the place, although Joe isn't very helpful.
Cleveland, where should I hang the mirror? Right about here?
I think maybe higher.
You don't want it too high now.
Let's get you a different job, Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe.
Sure, because I already hung all these paintings.
Oh,
This
Christ.
place is shaping up real nice.
From here, the episode primarily focuses on Cleveland's return, but things take a turn for the worst when Chris, being a complete dumbass, smashes a vase on Rallo's head, and Donna punishes him by giving him a spanking. This kicks
Hey,
off
yo.
a full-blown feud between Lois and Donna, and the wives forbid their husbands from talking to each other, but Peter, being Peter, finds a way around it.
Ah, dang it. Peter?
Hey, Cleveland, this is just so we can talk without getting spotted by Lois or Donna.
Peter, there's gotta be a better way.
He's got a knife!
Damn.
Cleveland, try to grab my
That's
gun.
fucked up.
Oh, trying to grab my gun, are
That's
ya?
fucked up.
Oh.
And here's where Joe steps in. Instead of doing his job and stopping this madness, Joe sees Peter beating up Cleveland and decides to join in.
Hey, rookie, save some for me.
Wow, the whole gang's back together.
Shut up. We don't need you in this town.
Ow, 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 ow.
We don't need you in this town.
This is pretty messed up, and it hints at some underlying issues with Joe's character. Not only is he a terrible cop in this situation, but we've got a potential case of racism here. And sadly, this won't be the last time Joe's actions towards Cleveland
Little
look
case of
questionable.
Rodney King.
Keep an eye on this theme throughout the video. Next up is the episode A Wife-Changing Experience. This episode starts with an anniversary party for Peter and Lois at Carter and Babs's mansion. Everything's going smoothly until Joe gets a little too excited.
Damn.
Work today, Mom bathing suit. See ya on Labor Day.
Looks like Baywatch.
I'll wash it off. It's my fault for overguacking the chip.
Ah, Joe, I'm in here.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
The next day, Lois and Bonnie are hanging out, and it turns out Lois is quite the marriage counselor.
So, Lois, you would not believe the night Joe and I had last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was easily some of the best sex of our entire
Because he was
marriage.
thinking about Lois.
And for the first time in 9 years, Joe was able to achieve manhood, you know, without a pill, a shot, or a pump. It was crazy. I can't even count all the different positions Joe let me carefully arrange his limp body
Wow.
into.
Oh, wow. I'm so happy you two were able to rekindle that spark.
Now, you'd think that would be the end of it, but nope. Joe starts spying on Lois through the window, hoping to catch another glimpse.
Hey, yo. God damn. Really, Lois.
Hey, Bon, you busy?
Should I get the pump?
No need. Let's do this.
Okay, let's be real. Lois is definitely the true psycho in this episode, and honestly is much worse than Joe. But Joe is still using his best friend's wife to get
Hey, I'm
hard.
not
Anyways,
complaining.
Quagmire eventually catches Lois,
God
snitches
damn.
on her, and when Peter finds out, he confronts Joe.
Uh-oh.
Damn it. I'll teach Joe to ogle my wife.
Oh, hey, Peter.
God damn.
That was sadder than what I was going for.
Knocked him out.
Oh, God, those are all final notice wheelchair bills. Not a good day for Joe.
Now, let's be fair. Bonnie is a terrible wife, so it's hard to feel bad for her. But Joe is still kind of a lame, creepy friend here. Spying on your best friend's wife? Not cool, Joe. The next episode
Not
for
cool.
today is Jolo. This episode gets started
What?
with the guys hanging out at the drunken.
What was that? Jolo?
The next episode for today is Jolo. This episode gets started with the guys hanging out at the Drunken Clam, where they see a billboard for pudding and decide to check it out. What starts out as a simple outing turns into a wild turn of events when Peter ends up finding a missing child.
Hey.
In recognition of your heroism in helping to rescue little Mikey Nicholson, I'd like to present you with this key to the city.
Wow. 20 years on the force and no one's ever clapped for me. Except for that one sarcastic gay guy.
Great observation.
Hey, Chief, it's Swanson. I quit.
Joe, what are you doing? You can't quit your job.
Well, that's the other thing, Bonnie. You and I are done too.
What?
I'm leaving you.
Wow.
Whoa! New Joe!
Joe, feeling like crap about his life, gets jealous of Peter's admiration, and because of this, he doesn't just quit his job, he also abandons his wife and kids, sending him into a full-on midlife crisis. Peter, Quagmire, and Cleveland check in on Joe and find that he's living what he thinks is his dream life in a new dingy apartment.
Whoa, you got an air hockey table?
Yep. Wanted it, got it. That's the new joke. And check this out. It's the gun that no-leg sprinter used to kill his girlfriend.
What kind of person would want to buy that?
I'll tell you who. The kind of guy who's always got butterscotch candies for his friends.
Okay, now that's pretty cool.
I was living my life all wrong, but not anymore. No more thinking, just living.
Well, it seems like you made the right choice, Joe.
It's quick, but let me unpack that for you, because what Joe said is actually fucked up. He claims the gun he bought was used by a no-leg sprinter to shoot his girlfriend, a really dark reference to Oscar Pistorius, a famous double amputee runner who shot and killed his girlfriend. Seth? What a crazy fucking joke. Things take an even darker turn when Joe suggests a little road trip to Niagara Falls. At first, it seems like a fun idea, but it quickly becomes clear that Joe has an ulterior motive.
Wow. You know, when you see it up close, it really is incredible.
Yeah.
Niagara Falls.
Crap, it's beautiful. You know, Lois always dreamed about coming here, and now I know why. She was even saving money for it.
Didn't I tell you guys it's the most magnificent place in the world and the greatest place to end it all? Goodbye, fellas.
He jumped.
That's right, he dragged Peter, Quagmire, and Cleveland all the way to Canada to witness his suicide attempt. Thankfully, Joe ends up getting stuck on a tree and is saved, only to reveal that he feels worthless because he's no longer the man he used to be.
Joe, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you try to kill yourself?
Look, when I saw Peter become a hero, I guess it reminded me of all the things I can't do. I'm a cop who can't save anyone. I'm a husband in a legless marriage. My whole life is a joke. But somehow, as soon as I decided to kill myself, I actually felt free. Almost giddy. I can finally kiss this worthless life goodbye.
Joe, wait!
I stink at this.
It's clear that Joe's depression has him spiraling, but dragging your friends across the country to witness your death is beyond reckless. To make matters worse, Joe devises a very interesting plan to win Bonnie back.
Hey, guys.
Wow, Joe, you got your job back?
Sure did.
And what about Bonnie? How you getting her back?
Well, I got a plan for that. I hired some guys to come to the house on Tuesday and assault her. And I'll come in and save her. And she'll be so grateful she'll have to take me back.
Uh-oh.
Joe, today's Tuesday.
Well, poop.
What a dumbass. Next up is the episode Con Heiress. The episode's main plot revolves around Brian dating wealthy older women. Also, he can potentially get their money when they die. Stewie catches on and eventually gets in on the action. But this scene also reveals something pretty fucked up about Joe and Cleveland's friendship.
Why do you still read the newspaper? Nobody does that anymore.
I like to keep up on local news, like the police blotter. Huh.
Wow.
Most of these arrests are Cleveland, and the arresting officer is Joe Swanson.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm doing my mail route, Joe.
Maybe you'd be more comfortable talking about it down at the station.
We don't actually see these arrests, but we hear one in real time. The implication? Joe Swanson is racist as fuck. This isn't even the first time either. Remember earlier when he got excited about jumping Cleveland with Peter, all while saying racist shit? Anyways, the rest of the episode focuses on Brian and Stewie's schemes to marry into wealth, and Lois forcing Peter to mow the lawn, which leads to some awkward moments with Herbert. But that's it for this episode. The story of Brenda Q starts off with Peter and Joe coming back from a fishing trip, only to find Quagmire recovering in the hospital after a failed attempt at autoerotic asphyxiation. But things take a darker turn when Quagmire's sister Brenda shows up with her abusive boyfriend, and we're introduced to one of the most disturbing characters in
this
Family
got
Guy
fucked
history.
up between these two. Yeah.
You fat, ugly bitch! If today wasn't your birthday...
Jeff, please, you're being...
What? What am I being? Crazy? Unemployed?
But then I'll be working 100 hours a week.
So what? I need money for motor oil and wallet chains.
Okay, I'll ask about it Monday. Can I put my nightgown back on?
No, I'm not done drawing.
Now, Joe is a cop, right? He'd definitely step in and help his friend's sister. I mean, Quagmire is his best friend, and this would be the easiest solution.
Joe, the guy's a menace. They've been with me 3 days now, and all he does is beat her day and night.
Hey, Joe, can't you just arrest the guy?
I can't arrest Jeff unless Brenda files a formal complaint with the police.
She won't go to the police. She's afraid of what Jeff will do. I mean, what happens if one of these nights he hits her so hard he kills her?
Sorry, Quagmire. Police policy, we can't step in until it's too
That's
late.
fucked up.
But if I were you, I'd set up an intervention.
Nope. Even after Quagmire
fucked
tells
up.
him Jeff beats Brenda every night, Joe just brushes it off and says he
Right.
can't do anything unless Brenda reports it. Then comes the intervention, which is a disaster. And surprise, Joe still doesn't do anything, despite knowing exactly what's going on. It's not until he sees Jeff strike Brenda in person that he finally agrees to do something. And what's his brilliant plan?
You know, Quagmire, I gotta say, I was pretty surprised you wanted me to come along. I thought you hated my guts.
Oh, come on, Jeff. I don't hate your guts.
Well, what the hell are we doing out here? I thought we were gonna kill him.
So, Jeff, do you like loud sentences?
I guess. I gotta take a whiz.
Yeah, instead of just arresting the dude, putting him in jail, and calling
They're
him a
gonna kill
nut,
him.
they try to murder him.
All right, look. When he comes back, I'm just gonna do it, okay? I'm just gonna point my gun straight at his head before he even knows what's going on.
Kinda like this?
Listen, Jeff, just put the gun down and we'll forget this whole thing, okay?
Huh.
Oh. Well, that's never happened before.
No,
Now
we
what?
can't forget the whole thing.
Yeah, you know, he's right. We can't forget it. Fine. See you later, schmucks.
We gotta give Joe a tiny bit of credit for eventually trying to help Brenda, but really, it takes him this long to act. And instead of doing his actual job, he decides to take the law into his own hands. Just put this fucker in handcuffs, Joe. This girl could have died. Anyway, in the end, Quagmire does get his revenge and kills the dude, but the
Nice.
fact still remains. Joe, you are awful at your job. Our next episode, Breaking Out is Hard to Do, kicks off with a hilarious chain of events when Lois gets caught up in a shoplifting spree.
Wow.
Okay, now don't wander too far, kids. You know, more children get kidnapped at the grocery store than anywhere else.
Hey!
Ah, you got me.
Oh, not quick enough.
Not quick enough. No, I was close though.
You were close.
$53.98.
Oh, no. I forgot to go to the bank. I'm a little short. I'll have to put the ham back.
That's messed
As
up.
you just saw, it all starts with a small ham, but things quickly escalate when she snags a Matisse painting, leading to a downward spiral of thievery. But while Lois is caught up in her shoplifting madness, Joe shows up to make everything much worse.
Police are still looking for the culprit who stole a valuable Matisse painting from the Quahog Museum of Art.
A Matisse painting.
You know, Lois, we're just lucky we got this under control before the police caught onto you.
Hold it right there, Lois. You're under arrest.
Oh, crap.
Yep. Huh.
Considering they both end up crashing to the ground, you'd think the chase would be over, right? Nope, not for Joe.
Beat the shit out of her.
Sorry, Lois. Regulations. I can't give you any special treatment.
It's okay, Joe. I understand.
Shut up, maggot!
Yeah, sure, Lois deserved to be arrested, but Joe's got a serious case of abusing his power here. Lois might be in the wrong, but holy shit, Joe, chill. This episode starts with the Griffins vacationing at Quagmire's cabin when they discover that toxic waste from the Quahog oil refinery has polluted Lake Quahog.
This water feels kind of funny.
Dad, look! Holy crap!
Oh my God!
Gross.
What the hell is wrong with this lake?
I think it's a safe bet that that's responsible.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's gross.
Hey, you've got a tattoo.
No, I don't.
Is that Ziggy?
No.
You have a Ziggy tattoo?
Jesus.
Why do you have a Ziggy tattoo?
I just used to think he was kind of funny. We should get to the hospital.
I will admit this episode has very little to do with Joe, but just wait for it, dude. It is bad. Anyways, Lois decides to run for mayor herself since Adam is honestly shit at running the town. She starts her campaign, but she struggles to gain support because she's actually trying to do positive things, while Mayor West is just using empty buzzwords and patronizing the voters. Eventually, Peter steps in and enlists the help of Joe and Cleveland.
Boy, this election's gonna be a tight one.
It's probably going to be decided by just a couple of votes.
And here we are sitting here like a bunch of lazy paraplegic cops.
Huh?
We gotta give Lois a last-minute edge. Guys, I need you to help out on the campaign. You know, you bastards got a stake in this, too.
I mean, Lois is my wife, and if she's the mayor, we can pretty much do whatever the hell we want.
Cleveland's idea of helping is simply filming a promo video for Lois with Peter, but how does Joe decide to help?
Suspect number 2, he's the one who me.
Ma'am, I know
What?
that you're going through a difficult time right now, but I just have a few more questions. Are you planning to vote tomorrow? Are you aware that Lois Griffin has a plan to cut property tax in half over the next 3 years?
What does that have to do with what happened to me?
Well, you say number 2 did it. Maybe I say I smell alcohol on your breath. Sounds like Lois Griffin can count on your vote.
What the fuck? Joe, in an insane
messed
abuse
up.
of power, tells the victim in a lineup that if she doesn't vote for Lois, he'll lie and say he smelled alcohol on her breath, potentially ruining her case. Joe
That's messed up.
likes to act like a good person, and honestly, for the most part, he is. In his
Yeah. I think it's over, to be honest.
regular
Almost.
day-to-day life, he puts up with all of Bonnie's crap. He puts up with his friends making fun of him for being in a
So it is
fucking
over, pretty
wheelchair,
much.
something
Outro.
he has no control over, and is overall a good person. At work, though, he is not a very good person, and his personal life being so shitty is probably
Yeah. Anyways. That is Family Guy, the best of Joe Swanson. If y'all like that, please have a subscribe button, sorry. Hit thumbs up. Why not leave a comment? Other than that, take care for now.